Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin, and today I'm filming a preview video for hopefully two disciplines, both pairs and ice dance, for the upcoming 2021 US National Figure Skating Championships, which will be held in Las Vegas later this week. I don't know where the time has gone. I am super late on this video, so I apologize. It's going to be short and quick relative to my other ones, but something better than nothing, right? I'm still excited that skating is happening this week. So let's go ahead and start off with pairs. I believe that the gold medal will be between two pair teams, the first being Jessica Calalang and Brian Johnson. They won the silver medal last season, and Alexa Scimeca-Knierim and her partner Brandon Frazier. They are a new partnership. They had previous partners last season, and they're a new team that looked good at Skate America. Let's start off with my favorite pair, Jessica Calalang and Brian Johnson. I have loved them from the very beginning of last season, and I think that was a really good season for them because they did so much skating from the very beginning of the season, and they had to earn everything that they got, all of their accomplishments. They had to earn their 2 Grand Prix assignments, Skate America and Skate Canada International, which I met them at. I attended that competition live in Kelowna. It was so much fun. They had respectable placements at both Grand Prix and then went on to win a Senior B competition. I believe it was called the Warsaw Cup. And then at US Nationals, they had the free skate of their lives, which captured the silver medal. I personally thought they should have won. Oh well. And they later went on to do a respectable job at Four Continents as well, winning the small medal, so 3rd place in the free skate, but 4th place overall, which is still amazing for an American pair at Four Continents in a non-Olympic season. So I'm just so much rooting for Jessica and Brian. This season they skated at Skate America, and I don't know why, but my girl Jessica looked so nervous, especially in the short program. I just rewatched the coverage on Peacock, and Jessica looked so nervous before the start of the short program, and even Brian seemed surprised. They still made it through that program relatively fine. They just had problems on the side-by-side jumps, which is the most common issue for them and most American teams, let's be honest. But I would just like to let Jessica know there's no reason to be nervous. You earned everything last season, and you deserve to be in the place that you are now. They won the silver medal at Skate America, did recover in the free skate, still not perfect, little signs of nervousness here and there, but still you see their spectacular skating qualities. I don't know how to put this. Jessica and Brian have a strong shot at the gold medal here compared to what the other teams are doing. We don't know how everyone else is doing with training. They got a good shot at the gold medal. I'd say their best elements are their lifts. Their lifts are the most secure, strong, and they've even added some more intricate and interesting transitions in and out of each lift and some of the other elements, which just takes their skating to another level from last season. And also their throw triple twists usually gets a level 4, which not every pair team can achieve. So I am rooting for them, but their training mates, so Alexa Scimeca-Knierim and Brandon Frazier, train with them, and they're also friends, so I don't think there's any animosity or super competitive spirits between the two. So it's nice to see them just have fun with one another. But Alexa and Brandon, they did win Skate America, and that was a shock to a lot of us because they are a new pair. That being said, maybe it's not too surprising because both of them have a ton of experiences with their previous partners. And so to bring them together, especially if they were the stronger athletes of the previous partnerships, which means their side-by-side jumps have a chance of standing up, which they landed their jumps at Skate America. That was great. But that being said, their timing is quite off on the landing, so hopefully they've worked on that. But overall, Alexa and Brandon have done a really good job of gelling together as a brand new team, and I think that's because they have so much experience to bring to the table, and also the two pair teams I just talked about are trained by Todd Sand and Jenny Mino. I think that seems to be a good coaching situation for them in California. So the top two right there, Alexa and Brandon, I'd say everything about their skating surprisingly looks good. The speed, their lifts, the jumps, the triple twists. Brian and Jessica have a higher chance of getting a level 4 because of the height and quality, but Alexa and Brandon could get there over time. But I'd say Alexa and Brandon have a better shot at skating a clean program and landing the side-by-side jumps. So then we get to talk about who is in the fight for the bronze medal. And I think one pair team to talk about is Ashley Cain and Timothy LeDuc. They have been national champions before. If I'm being honest, they haven't really been able to live up to that title after achieving it. You know, they've had some struggles at some competitions, and it also seems like they've been closely watched by the technical panel, maybe a little bit harshly judged. They seem to have issues with levels here and there, and sometimes at the most major competitions. So with Ashley, it seems like a lot of times they call her side-by-side jumps as being under-rotated, and then there are some issues on the throwlets sometimes. So those are the elements keeping them back, but also their program component marks aren't as high as they used to be, so I'm not sure if the programs aren't resonating with the judges or the mistakes just bring down the program as a whole. They probably want that third place finish here at nationals. It's actually really important for them to stay relevant on both the national and international scene in terms of American pair skating. But they're going to want to clean up all of their technical elements, because I don't think there's room for error if they really want that third spot. Mainly because we have another upcoming pair team in America that is showing so much promise. And their names are, I'm going to look it up here in front of me. So it's Audrey Liu and then Misha Mitrofanov. They looked amazing at Skate America. Short program, perfect. Did not love the music choice to Moulin Rouge though. Let's leave that to Ashley Wagner. But that aside, they were technically perfect, solid. And in the free skate, they were solid on almost all their elements, including the side-by-side jumps, which is so rare in American figure skating for pairs. So that's just great. They weren't perfect. They had some falls in the free skate, but watching how they skated at Skate America, you just know that more times than not, they are really consistent. They just need some time to grow artistically, because so far at Skate America, they're just a little stoic, and they appear to be on autopilot a little more than some of the other veteran pairs. So once they kind of grow together, artistically, I think they'll be able to challenge for the top spot at nationals. But for now, they're running for the bronze medal, and they got a shot, especially if Timothy and Ashley make mistakes. Audrey and Misha can definitely step up to win the bronze medal. And so looking at the roster, it appears that there are some withdrawals because Delilah and or her athletes were exposed to COVID. So they had to withdraw in order to preserve the safety of everyone who will be in Las Vegas in the tight bubble. Other people to mention, let's see here. We will see Nathan Bartholomew. We haven't seen him on competitive ice at nationals in quite a few years. He went to the Olympics in 2018. Yeah, he went to the Olympics in 2018 with the partner Felicia Zhang. But now he has a new partner, Katie McBeath, and she has some pair skating experience as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. I think I've seen them skate once, and it looked fine. It was very early on in their partnership. And then we have Olivia Serafini and Mervyn Tran. They are growing quite nicely together as a pair partnership. We saw them at Skate America. I think they've shown improvement from last season, and I'm excited to see them skate. Mervyn Tran is quite the hunk of American pairs figure skating, so I'm always rooting for him, no matter who his partner is. I did appreciate his partnership with Marissa Castelli a few years ago very much. So I think that's all I have to say about pairs. What do you think the podium will look like at Nationals this week? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, so let's talk about Ice Dance now. I apologize, this is going to be very short and quick because I am Ice Dance stupid. I know almost nothing about Ice Dance, and I've only just started getting into it 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a slow journey. It's easier to read the protocols and analyze those after competition rather than making an assessment or a preview beforehand. So this is going to go by quick. Let's just talk about it. So for the gold medal, I really think it's between two dance teams, Madison, Chock, and Evan Bates, and Madison, Hubbell, and Zachary, Donohue. Both have been U.S. national champions before in the past. They both trained in Montreal, but Madison Chock unfortunately has been out on injury this season, so they did not get to do a Grand Prix competition. They probably would have done a Scimeca-Knierim, I imagine, so that's quite unfortunate. That being said, they are keeping their programs from last season, which I think is fine. I think the short dance or rhythm dances too, it's too damn hot, and they are keeping their Egyptian snake dance for the free dance, which has garnered quite a response from the audience. I will say, as much as they culturally appropriate that dance, the judges and some fans seem to like it, while other fans seem to not enjoy the cultural appropriation but can appreciate the aesthetic of that program on them on the ice. I would have liked to see a new program this season, but everything considered with the pandemic, loss of training and ice time, and much fewer competitions, I do understand the benefit of keeping an old program, and I wish them the best of luck. It's hard to compare the two teams right now. I could go back to last year's Nationals and compare the results, but everything is so different from one season to the next, especially this season, that I didn't think that would be important. But they have a shot. So does Madison, Hubbell, and Zachary, Donohue. I think Maddie and Zach actually want the title more. I'm worried that they will try a little too hard and make mistakes and blow the opportunity when the doors are wide open, which they have done in the past at major competitions. They did update their programs because Madison, Hubbell, and Zachary, Donohue are a team that had really good music selections. I want to say about 3 or 4 years ago, they were at their peak with creativity and coming up with music for programs that almost everyone enjoyed, and it worked really well for them. Then they started trying out new things, and not everything was clicking with the audience or the judges, and I think the results have unfortunately gone along with that sentiment. The biggest example that came to my mind is Skate Canada last year. I was there in Kelowna. It was such a good time, and the audience was not feeling the rhythm dance to My Heart Belongs to Daddy at all, and they lost that competition to Piper and Paul. Good for Piper and Paul, but Maddie and Zach probably really wanted to win that competition. So that's unfortunate for them. This season, they have the burlesque rhythm dance, which I think works better for them. And then they are going back to the music of Hallelujah for the free dance, which I think is a great decision. That is a piece of music that Madison Hubbell says she really connects and relates to, and in turn is able to tell a better story and show more vulnerability on the ice. So I think that's great for them. One thing I would like to not see is the yellow dress at Skate America, because that aesthetically did not do any favors for Madison Hubbell on the ice. Something even way more simplistic than that would probably be better. That may be nitpicky, but I think that is so jarring. I was live tweeting Skate America, and almost everyone on the Twitter feed had the same thing to say, respectfully so. So I hope the costume has changed for Madison Hubbell. That being said, I get it. Skating costumes are expensive. We're not athletes. This year is so weird with funding. There's hardships all around for all of the athletes who will be at Nationals. Now for the bronze medal. I think that'll go to Kaitlin, Hawayek, and Jean-Luc Baker. They have a solid shot at third place at Nationals. They probably want to move up, and who knows, this may be the year it happens, with Madison being out earlier this season with an injury. Don't know what's going to happen, but third place is a pretty solid shot for them. Funny story is that I actually do Zumba class with Jean-Luc's mom. One day our Zumba instructor introduced us to each other. She said, "Hey Justin, do you know Sharon? Sharon is a skating coach. Sharon, Justin is a skating fan." Then we got to know each other and we are both in the world of figure skating. How cool is this? And Sharon herself is a former Olympian for Ice Dance in Britain. So she's a really cool and funny lady. Same with her husband, Jean-Luc's dad as well. But back to the skating. Jean-Luc and Kaitlin, they are a team that has seen steady success and rise in the past that seems to have plateaued a little bit. And I'm not sure if that's because their programs are changing up a little or if it's a thing in ice dance where you have to pay your dues and wait out some time before you are given the really good marks and results. That being said, they did place second at Skate America behind Madison, Hubbell and Zachary, Donohue. But to climb up and beat them at nationals, I think that's going to be a higher hill to climb over. But third place is possible. I do like their free dance a lot. It's to the Blondie song, I believe it's called Heart of Glass, but not the standard version. It's a darker and slower rendition that I appreciate. I think it's very unique. I haven't heard that before in a skating program, so I do like seeing that. Jean-Luc Baker is also one of the best male ice dancers out there. His skating skills are so immaculate, and Kaitlin herself has improved in skating as well over the years. So they are someone I want to watch. It's just unfortunate to see the steady climb kind of plateau a bit, but hopefully they find their mojo and are able to break through to the top ranks, the upper ranks per se, in ice dance pretty soon. And then other teams to look out for. Let me look at the roster here. So we have Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. They placed, I believe, 5th last year at Nationals, so they have a shot at the podium, at least a pewter medal. And then we also have Lorraine McNamara and Anton Spiridonov. They are a new partnership, but Lorraine did place as high as 4th at Nationals with her previous partner. The new team skated at Skate America back in October and they placed 6th, I believe. So maybe there's room to move up at Nationals. I'm not sure. I really wish I could have my friends who know ice dance on here with me, Aaron Conley, and then there's Amy on Twitter who knows a lot about ice dance. And then I do have to talk about a withdrawal. Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko unfortunately have withdrawn, and I know a lot of skating fans do enjoy their presence on the ice, so that's really unfortunate. We won't get to see them this year at Nationals. I believe it was COVID related, so I hope everyone is safe if anyone who has COVID recovers. But yeah, I think that's it for ice dance. I'm sorry this is quick. I said that again. If I missed anything or if you have strong opinions, leave them down in the comments below. Alright, so these are all the previews for the disciplines. Now it's time to watch Nationals. You'll see me back in probably a week to do a recap. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.